Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Points of Articulation. My name's Dave, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. Today I'm looking at the 2018 Hallmark keepsake Ornament, the Star Trek Starfleet Tricorder. Now, the Tricorder was first seen in Star Trek the original series, and the actual name of this device is the Trifunctional Recorder, because it actually has 3 different functions. 1, it's a recorder, 2, it's a computer, and 3, it's used as a sensor device. Now, these bad boys are usually used as a scouting device to better understand an area or an item. And many times we see officers like Spock beam down and scan the areas, items, or organisms to better inform the rest of the crew. Now, the real tricorder that we see in the show is much bigger than this. However, this ornament is about 3.5 inches tall, which is pretty good for the tree. So we do have a lot to cover. We're going to look at the mold, lights and sounds, paint, compare it to some other ornaments, hang it from a tree, and then we'll be done. So let's get moving. Alright, kicking this review off, looking at the mold of the tricorder, I have to say I like it very much. So like always, I will go over the major sections of the item, and I'll get nice and close to show off all the details. Up first, we have our display monitor, really cool looking. We have our sensors, monitor controls. This right here should be the speaker system. Then over here, we have our memory banks. And these are basically discs that you would pull out, like a SD card. So that's pretty awesome. Now, in the show itself, this flap would shut and this would pivot down, but it's stationary. Nothing's moving on here. But we have a nice handle down here, beautiful details. We have our nice strap, which is like a ribbon. Nicely done. We have our ornament loop right here. In the back, copyright crap and a battery compartment. Batteries are included. All in all, a nice little tricorder. So now let's get zoomed in and see all the fine details in this bad boy. Alright, getting as close as I can, we have our ornament loop right there at the top. And then here we have our monitor. We can see landing party there. And this is a translucent piece of plastic with the monitor dome so the light can pass. We'll look at the lights in a few. Pretty awesome. Here we have our sensors. Buttons for the monitor. This button right here on the far left activates the lights and sounds, so that's a nice built-in feature. We have a holographic sticker right here for the audio, or the speaker system if you will. Then we have 2 slits here for the speakers of the ornament, and then all this right here is basically memory banks. Now in the show you could take these discs out and put new ones in depending on what type of memory you want the tricorder to have. So that's pretty cool. I love that holographic sticker too. Whoa. But anywho, moving on, the rest of the ornament has a nice texture on it. Look at that, I think that came out great. Nice silver on the handles. Awesome. You can see we have a little nail here, holding in the strap. Pretty sick. More texture. There's texture all over this bad boy. And I think it came out good. Now for the back, it's nice and curved. Again, there's no moving pieces on here. 2018 copyright crap. Our battery compartment with a Phillips head screw holding it in. Then of course we have our strap, which is nicely done, stitched perfectly. And it's very strong. I bet you could hang it from the tree using this as well. But I wouldn't do that. I would stick with the ornament loop. And all in all, a beautifully done ornament with some great details. So now let's take a look at the lights and sounds. Now the tricorder does feature lights and sounds. The monitor illuminates, and also these 3 lights glow a nice blue. And we have about 6 different phrases, so let's check them out.
Fuller, tricorder readings, Mr. Spock. Life detection. Captain, impulse is that direction. Very weak, possibly a survivor. Mr. Spock, find something? Adjusting my tricorder to register for silicon. Interesting. Traces. A life form, Captain. Bearing 111 degrees. Elevation 4 degrees. What is this thing, Mr. Spock? Analysis, please. Unbelievable, Captain. This single object is the source of all the time displacement. Explain. I can't. For this to do what it does is impossible by any science I understand. Odd. Getting a reading. Seems to be some disturbance coming from that cave. Tricorder, still operating, sir. Mr. Spock, what do you make of that? This Dr. McCoy, a reading on the atmosphere, please. Partial pressure of oxygen, 70 millimeters of mercury, nitrogen 140. Breathable if you're not running in competition. Just the facts, Doctor.
And finally, I'll do it one more time with the lights dim, so that way we can see how bright the lights actually are. So let's check this out.
Odd. Getting a reading. Seems to be some disturbance coming from that cave.
Pretty nice. So now, let's move on to the paint. Now, looking at the paint on the tricorder, it features 3 different colors, along with a sticker and a transparent piece of plastic for the monitor. So let's begin. First, we have the main color of black. And I think it looks great. It's on the case. Very nice and neat. Beautiful. I love the texture on there as well. Just a nice choice right there. Now that black is also right next to the speaker right here. And I think that came out great. And I didn't mention it before. That black is also textured, which is awesome. Moving on, the second color is silver. And that's on the handles. Around the device. Again, very nice and clean. No smudges or leaks. Awesome. And then on our monitor section, and our data bank, and around the audio device. And that is sick. I think it came out great. Love metallic silver. The next color we have is gold for the sensors. Looking pretty good. Then we have a hologram sticker. And finally, a translucent piece of plastic for the display on the monitor, which looks awesome. So let's get a close-up of that monitor before we move on. And here I am, as close as I can get. We have land-in party, unknown energy source. I just love this. Scan modes and whatnot. Temperature. Beautiful stuff. I think it's a great display. So now let's compare this to some other ornaments. And now for a quick size comparison with the Hallmark Starfleet Tricorder seen in the center. On the right-hand side, we have the 2018 USS Discovery. Nice looking craft. And then finally, on the left-hand side, we have the 2018 The Naked Time ornament, which is pretty cool as well. And to hang your tricorder, find your ornament loop, get an ornament hook, put it on like so, pinch the top so it doesn't come off, hang it on the tree like so, and you're good to go. And that does it today for my review of the 2018 Hallmark keepsake ornament, the Star Trek Starfleet Tricorder. Again, this piece of technology was first seen in Star Trek the original series, and for its size, it's 3.5 inches tall, which is pretty cool. Now, there are many things to love about Star Trek. The crew, the ship, but also different pieces of technology, like the phasers, the communicators, and of course, the tricorder. And what's crazy is, this was considered top-of-the-line science fiction back in the day. And now it's sort of laughable in 2018, almost 2019, because look what we have today. Kids have iPads, different tablets, which basically almost can do everything a tricorder can. So we're getting to the point where reality is catching up to science fiction, and that is awesome. Hopefully one day we can have all these awesome devices. I'm really pushing for the holodeck, because that would be sick. But besides what tech I would want to see in real life, I do think this Hallmark ornament is pretty awesome. Now, I know it's not a ship or a character, but it's cool nonetheless. Hallmark gave us a beautiful mold. All the buttons and textures are there, even that nice strap. It's really looking snazzy. Now also, we have some beautiful paint on here, that metallic silver and the black, and of course that little nice gold square at the top where the sensors are. That is awesome. Now what really ties the bow for this ornament for me is the lights and sounds. I love the blue LEDs and the lit up monitor. That is awesome, and the 6 sound effects are really nice as well. So all in all, I fully recommend this awesome piece right here. Now, if you're looking to buy this at Hallmark, it's going to cost you about $19.99. So if you don't want to pay that, I would say check eBay, maybe Amazon, see if you could get it a little cheaper. And that's everything I have to say about this interesting ornament today. If you enjoyed my review, please click that like button. And if you would like to see new reviews every Thursday, click subscribe. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody!